Bills, they finally got back on track. One game over 500 as of last week, and they have to go and travel over to Philly to play the Eagles, the hottest team. Or I'm sorry, the tie for the second hottest team because they got as many wins as Denver right now, which is a big surprise. But realistically, one of the hottest teams in football, if not the hottest team, the Eagles. They got to travel over to Philly. Buffalo right now, I know last week they looked to get back on track, but after this week, they'll probably be sitting right back at 500 all over again at 6-6. And it's unfortunate. The Eagles have cracked 10 wins already. I don't want to see it, but I'm going to most likely end up seeing it. And that'll most likely be the outcome. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs, they'll probably end up struggling in this game again. And I think Jalen Hurts will get it done in the passing game. I know he didn't fare too well passing last week. I think he'll pick it back up again this coming week. How y'all feel?
I mean, Philadelphia was able to, I don't want to say take apart Kansas City because it was one of those games where, they scored at the end more or less. But Philadelphia, like we've said, at least what I've said week in and week out, Philadelphia finds ways to win the football game. Buffalo has struggled this year. They haven't been on the same page. Josh Allen and Stephon Diggs have had a little bit of disconnect. There was another serious injury last week. On Twitter, they call it the what is it? The ambulance, which is just a little tasteless because Damar Hamlin was able to recover, and now they've named an ambulance after him, which is kind of crazy to me. But that was a little tasteless. But there's just a lot of things going on in Buffalo, and they're not going in the right direction. I don't want to say too much because they still have to play Dallas, has to travel to Buffalo, but Buffalo's not really clicking, and this is not the right time to not click. I do think that if they can upset the Philadelphia Eagles, if this is a week to get on the right foot, this is the week because you're going up against the best team in football. You have to play your best brand of football. And you have to show that you're capable of doing that. And so they have to go out there and win the game. Sorry, that was crazy. Like they have to go out there and show that they're able to take apart this Philadelphia defense, and that's really where the issue is gonna lie. Because Philadelphia's offense is slow paced. They're going to try to beat you into the ground with their offensive line. They're going to do the tush push. They're going to run with DeAndre Swift. A.J. Brown's going to run his little in route. And then if they can't get anything done, they're going to throw downfield Devontae Smith. They don't have Dallas Goedert. Not until he comes back against Dallas. No pun intended. But the big thing for them is that Buffalo is going to have to attack that secondary. Philadelphia's secondary is their weak point. And if Josh Allen has time, he has to find Stephon Diggs out there because that's where it has to be. They have to attack Darius Slay, and they have to attack Bradbury. Byard took advantage of a bad pass by Patrick Mahomes. Got a pick in the back of the end zone. So you have to look that guy off, and you have to find a way to get Stephon Diggs football. That's how you're going to beat Philadelphia.
Yeah, no, I totally agree. That's key points. Definitely, those couple guys got to be on point for them to get something done. I feel like they can get this W. Philly is coming off a high win that they've been studying Kansas City for 2 weeks, probably since the offseason, really since they lost to them. They're coming off a high, victory on the road and everything like that. So it might be one game that Buffalo could catch them slipping and then save their season too as well. So it's something to watch out for. They're very capable, but at the end of the day, I still do have Philly winning. They're at home. It should be probably a close win for them, probably like 24-20 or something like that. But I do say that, Buffalo's still capable if they're willing. We'll see how this second week offense is looking with Joe Brady. So,
Yeah, I mean
Buffalo definitely needs this win more.
Yes, I mean they handled the Jets 32-6. The Jets, again, a very solid defense. We've agreed there.
No.
And Philadelphia, I mean, they play really good football, but that's where the weak spot is, in my opinion. Their secondary is the problem. If Josh
I can't fault the Jets defense just yet because they're so hopeless out there because they know that offense is not going to get it done for them. So it's not even them letting up like touchdowns and things. Okay, let me give you an example. I played in high school. I played on an 0 and I never won a game after I left from Sherwood. I went 0 and 20 because my team was awful. You know how demoralizing it is to be on the field when you know your offense isn't going to score, but you know your defense is, what I mean, is all right, but still, you're going to come back on the field because your offense is going to be 4 and out. That's how the Jets feel. It's going to be 4 and out. They're going to be back on the field. They're not going to get enough rest on, the bench. So it's more demoralizing for them mentally as they get onto the field, just because they got to deal with that. So that's just my take on that one. Man, I
No,
just can't
1,000%.
it's unfortunate for them at the end of the day. That's why I feel like the Bills went off. Plus, they needed to get their get back for that week 1 debacle for them losing, having that comeback with A-Rod going down and everything, and them losing to the Jets. But not in there.
No, agreed. Yeah, it's a little demoralizing. You don't really get any rest. 3, 4 and outs. You know what I mean? It's like, all right, well, this is all going to be. This is going to be an all defense game, and that was all she wrote. So good luck. With that being said, good luck, Buffalo, man. Yeah, somebody has got to stop Nick Sirianni because it's like the
That
Chiefs
and
crowd is
somebody's
quiet
got to
as
stop
anything.
these Eagles fans because they've just been voted as the most annoying fans in
Well,
the NFL.
we've already known that. We've known that.
Well, yeah.
We've
They're
known
neck
that
and
for
neck with y'all.
decades.
They're neck
We're
and neck
not.
with y'all.
We're nowhere near as bad. Let's come on, man.
They're,
Be
Well,
they're
serious.
terrible.
I think the percentage was about 4 or 5% in between,
See,
but
I'll speak for myself. I know
I do
I'm not as
believe,
bad.
yeah, I was gonna say I do believe I'm not as bad as the higher percentages. So, but in any regards, go Bills. I will say that. But I do think the Eagles should win the game.